Okay, in the last video, if you haven't had a chance to watch it, you should. We talked about the abstract class, abstract shape, and how you can use an abstract class to define properties or data members and methods that can be inherited, and also methods that need to be instantiated later. So we saw one example of this with inheritance in the circle class. So the circle extends abstract shape. And now we're going to look at two other methods or two other classes, rectangle and square. So rectangle also extends abstract shape, and it has two data members, length and width, and it has a constructor because it can be instantiated. It sets its name to rectangle, and it also has a length and width getting set in its constructor. Its perimeter and area or get area methods are defined so that we can make it, instantiate it, and run it similar to the circle. So let's go back to our testing program over here, and let's just make sure that it works and behaves the way that we expect it to. And then we'll go down and look at the square class, which is going to actually inherit from rectangle itself. So you can see the rectangle class is defined very much the same way the circle class is, and we go to run it. It works the same way. So we don't have any problems with inheriting there. What we're going to do now, though, is extend rectangle. So all rectangles are shapes. So a rectangle extends abstract shape, and in so doing, inherits the property name, the ability to get name, the ability to set name, and then the responsibility to define, get area, and get perimeter. But squares are special. All squares are rectangles, but they're special rectangles. They're special rectangles where their one side is both the length and width. So this square class, you'll notice, is very, very small. All it has is a constructor that takes in one data member, a side length, and then uses this new keyword super. Super is a reference to the class one level above, in this case, rectangle. If we go up to rectangle, we can see that its constructor takes two parameters, length and width. For a square, one side is both the length and width. So we can call super and then have both the length and the width set to be this one variable. We don't need to rewrite the get perimeter or the get area method because it'll still work using these versions. So our square class is very, very straightforward. It doesn't require any extra coding. Let's go look at the test shape and create a square and see if that works. So we'll uncomment all this code and let it run. So we have circle, rectangle, and square that are all printing and working using the same methods. I can refer to a square as a rectangle, just like I was able to refer to a circle as an abstract shape. I can also refer to it as an abstract shape. I can also refer to it as an object. Oh, no, I can't, because then it's going to forget that that it actually is a abstract shape that has these properties. So not all objects can get name, get area, and get perimeter, but all abstract shapes can. So what we've done is shown a couple levels of inheritance and how if you're able to put some important and basic methods and data members in a higher up method like or a higher up class like abstract shape or rectangle, you can eventually work your way down to classes that don't require a lot of work to create and start up. I hope that you found this video helpful, and be sure to check out the other ones to dig into this in a little bit more detail. Bye now.